Giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Okakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that told me this truth that were well and shalom to the elect scattered through the four corners of the earth. My name is Kwadash Paya. And as you see here, this was, Lil Duval. He reposted his tweet not too long ago, right? And the things he said, he basically prophesied his downfall and others, and it's crazy because he could see this, but other camps can't. It says, if they can convince half the country into getting the juice in less than a year, right? In less than a year, they can convince you into wanting. They can convince you into wanting a the MOTB, which is the initials for what you read in there, that chip, right? That they want inside you. So he just made a comparison. First of all, he's they. We know who's they, They're the higher ups, these elites that's controlling the narratives and these tech industries and war and gold and oil and everything else. Scriptures say that the wicked is given, that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. But this dude, man, he's not in the truth. He doesn't, he don't teach, he don't whatever. But he could see this major prophetic event taking place. And the Lord could use anybody to say something, to plant a seed in someone else who needs to hear it. Especially with his platform, all the followers he got, And he shared this on 2 different social media platforms. You know what I mean? So this is something that's been spoken of for far too long with the apostles on down, warning people about this new currency. That's what it's gonna be, right? They're gonna try to come in the name of convenience. That's why he said they will convince you into wanting. People don't want it, but people are gonna be forced to want it soon. This is another one. He said, right now y'all saying fuck that MOTB, but eventually you gonna get it, just like everything else you swore you would never do, right? And so, this he's basically prophesying. The Lord used him to say to type this, put it on paper and send it out to people. And whatever seed that the minds of the people it lands on, then may the Lord do the increase whenever they do hear the prophets speaking about these things. Revelation 14 and 9, Revelation 13 and 16, so on and so forth. I believe Revelation 15 and 2, Revelation 16 and 2. So, we've been speaking about these things, but the Lord's putting his spirit upon all flesh to say certain things, even the wicked, for their tongue to fall upon themselves. Now, real quick, we're going to get Joel chapter 2, verse 27. And ye shall know that I am, and ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, which is the people. Now, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, which are the biblical Israelites, the Lord's in the midst. That's why he rose up prophets to speak these words. Even though this man's not a prophet, with this little statement he made, which the Lord's controlling everyone, but that statement alone can cause people to, start asking questions more, right? And really consider, because Jake's simple, man. If it's somebody that they know that's bringing something out that we've been speaking about the whole time, then it's like, oh, okay, that little light bulb lights up on their head. But That's why the scriptures say, when the poor speaketh, they don't regard. Matter of fact, let me real quick, I'm gonna jump back to that Joel, but since I quoted this in the book of Ecclesiasticus, or known as Sirach in Apocrypha, chapter 13, verse 23, it says, when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. So when a rich man speak, got a platform or a lot of followers and views, right? People hold their tongue. They want to wait and look and behold what he's saying, right? They extol it to the clouds. Oh, yo, you heard what he said? Oh, look at what he mentioned. Oh, now now it's everywhere. Everybody's aware of it, right? Oh, you heard what such and such said, right? They extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. So when we speak about these things, people's like, oh, who are you to talk about this? Or whatever. Mocking, scoffing, right? But nevertheless, it's still prophecy and it's coming to pass. Remember the scriptures say the Lord said the deceiver and the deceiver are his. And they did that in ancient times, regarded the words of the prophets until whatever. Now the Lord can have mercy on who he will. This is back in Joel 2. And let's read 28. It says, matter of fact, 27 again. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else. And my people shall never be ashamed, and it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions, and also upon the servants and upon the handmaids. In those days will I pour out my spirit, and I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing wonders. We're hearing about what's going on in breaking news, with Elon Musk and his Neuralink and that tech company and things going cashless. And we know where everything is leading up to. We got the pieces. We put it together. We see the bigger picture. The blueprint is laid out in the scriptures already. You know what I mean? The end shall speak and not lie. It's speaking right now. Everything's manifesting. Everything written in the scriptures is coming to light. And the world is seeing it. The world is seeing it. Scriptures speak about the two witnesses, the two tribes. Because this is going to be a global thing. And it shall, like it says in Revelation 3 and 10, it shall come upon all the world to try them. So this is let's see where this takes off at, and who takes heed to it. Because most people, they're gonna be convinced, like it says in Daniel, by peace shall destroy many. And with these trial runs, a lot of people died. With the trial runs Elon Musk and Neuralink has been talking about. And the scriptures speak about people who do take this, they're going to get jacked up with ailments, plagues, boils, And you got to understand, times we're in, whether you take this or not, you may still go through what you got to go through anyway. And when people don't have, when money collapses, people don't have anything in their banks. They don't got their jobs no more. They can't go to the hospital because their medical information is gone. They can't pay rent. They can't pay gas. They can't buy or sell. You know, when people's backs are against the wall, pushed into a corner through these events that's coming, you know, then shall they know that prophet was among them, because we've been speaking about this. You know, now you see, because really, this dude is scared. Really, these people that's rich and, you know, they scared. You know, they can't really say too much, you know. If not, they'll get clipped. But in reality, they scared. You know, they scared to lose everything. They got their consolation. They got their reward here. Now, Lord will have mercy on who he will, but if this man sees it, why IUIC don't see it? Why IUSPK don't see it? Why these other Wi-Fi groups don't see it? You know? And if groups do see it, why they ain't pushing it? That's part of being blowing the trumpet, man. You know? That's part of blowing the trumpet. Let me get one more precept. Real quick, Isaiah 32:7, the instruments also of the chill are evil, which is instruments, devices from a wicked man. These mad scientists that's coming up with this, you know? He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor. To destroy the poor. You know? With lying words. Even when the needy speaketh right. So, you know, like the scripture we read before this in Sirach. You know? When the needy speaketh right, the poor, we speak in words of wisdom. We speak in words of life that can bring salvation unto you, to those that take heed. You know? But what they say, they don't regard the words of the poor. But that's when they're gonna know, like, oh, they fucked up. You know, it's gonna be wailings and gnashings of teeth. You know, he's putting a little laughing face, like this shit is not a joke. You know? Anyway, with that, shalom.